Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm really gonna try to get this done because I have so much to do within the next 2 days, and I really want to keep my show going, and I want to tell y'all, okay, because y'all need to know that you just open your eyes. Ask God to open your eyes. I remember when God, I will never forget the way that God opened my eyes, because when I was in Myrtle Beach and I was dancing at this club called the Crazy Horse, I didn't think nothing of dancing. I just thought that I was doing what I could for myself, and I was actually making great money in Myrtle Beach. But when God opened my eyes the way He did, it happened in a day. Okay, because what happened was I had an apartment, I had a car. You know what I'm saying? The club, it wasn't a bad club. It was like a place where customers were coming to spend money. They wanted their dances, they wanted their VIPs. They weren't people from all over the world. They didn't pressure us about doing this and doing that. They would get thrown out. So I was thinking that I was gonna make it or whatever. But it was the devil. It's the devil's work. Okay, and what happened with me is Michael Jackson died. All right, and I watched the funeral on my big old giant TV, right? And for some reason it was just so sad for me, because when I was younger I used to listen to Jackson 5 over and over and over again. Like, it just made me so happy. It made me forget about my wretched childhood. The ABC 1, 2, 3. When my mom bought me that record, I used to just jump on the bed and be so freaking happy listening to Lil Michael sing, right? But when he got older and they was talking about he was wacko jacko and all that, I fed into that. I was like, he was a child molester, and what the hell's wrong with him and all that. But they tell you all kind of stuff about those people just to especially ones that are trying to get away from the Hollywood, weird. Okay, the ones that try to get away, they just slander them. And I'll talk to y'all about that another time. But Michael Jackson died. His funeral was so sad for me. So I got on my little laptop and I started to investigate why he died. And, because I wasn't into this before. Like, I was just, going along with the day. I would wake up with my little dog and we would go to the beach. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get my life together. Yeah, I'm so hot and I can do this. Oh, yeah, bro. I just thought I was all that. But I was just a tool. I really was a tool for God, and now I feel so ashamed for even setting foot in that environment. But now I can tell y'all all this stuff. And if you're in that environment, just open your eyes and see the demons are everywhere. They are you're surrounded by them. You're dancing for them, and you might think, oh, I don't care. I just want their money. But that's your reward for working for Satan. And in the end, you're going to find out. Don't find out the hard way. Do not find out the hard way, which is the final destination in hell. That you have been a tool on this earth for Satan, and there's nothing that you're separating yourself from God. Okay, like you're surgically removing yourself from God for money. Okay, and it's horrible for way less money than what God will give you, because God can give you money too. All right. So anyway, when Michael Jackson died, I began to research his death, and it just went from there. God opened my eyes from there. By the time I stayed up for almost 24 hours researching why he was killed, and it just took me into what Hollywood really is, and by the time I was done, it was like I felt really crazy. I didn't want to go to work, but on nights when I felt like I had to, that's when I started to see the demons. Okay, and everybody was like, Dada, what's wrong with you? And I was like, there was a customer talking to me and his tongue was black, and then there was two other customers. I walked up to them and they just stared at me, and they had on like satanic jewelry, and they just stared at me. Neither one of them said nothing back to me. Like that's when this started. Okay, after I did all my research and realized that we're not the only species on this earth. I felt so alone that day, because I went outside and I was like, whose door do I knock on to tell them that we're not the only ones on this earth? You know, whose door do I knock on? Who do I call to be like, hey girl, do you think that there might be reptilians on Earth, or do you think that there might be demons or blue-blooded demons or with blue ivy blood? Like, do you think that, you know, you can't talk to people about that because it's like trying to feed a newborn baby a steak, okay, according to the Bible. So that's when it started, you know, and that's when I was in the baby stages of it, and at times I tried to ignore it, but you can't. Okay, so maybe after watching this video, if you're a dancer or whatever, maybe this has got opening your eyes, because when you go back into the club, you are going to see something totally different. Okay, you are, and you need to find another job, find 2 jobs, find 3 jobs. Okay, all right, because a lot of dancers can't let it go because they're like, this is how I take care of my children. My baby wear Jordans, and my baby wear the latest jeans and all. You better take that baby to Goodwill, because you you might think that you're providing for your child, or you're keeping your child fresh or whatever, but all that is not going to be worth it in the end. Okay, and if you're not teaching your child about God and being an example, then you're leading your child to hell. Okay, so that's what's really going on. All right, so I just want to make sure I said everything that happened. There was one customer that was just laughing hysterically. Like, I was sitting at the bar, and all of a sudden I heard right, and I turned around and I looked, and it was this little black dude with the beady popped out eyes laughing, right? And he was like, you look like a scared white bitch, right? And I was like, what? I said, are you crazy? Don't talk to me like that. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, but when you turned around, you look like a scared white bitch, right? And I was like, you know what? Get away from me. I don't know if you're high or what, but get away from me. And it's not bitch, it's woman. He was like, bitch. And I was like, woman. And he was like, bitch. And I was like, let me get out of here. And I went and told one of the bouncers, and the bouncers in that club don't do nothing about it. They'd just be like, oh, make sure you stay away from that guy. They don't do nothing about it at all. The only time they would do something is when it's time for them to shine, or they're not really there to protect the girls at all. Okay, there was another time when some rapper came and he performed a song, and they got 6,000 ones, because they're obsessed with the number 6. So they got 6,000 ones, and they threw them on like 7 girls. You know, more girls kept coming to the pile to try to dance in it, to try. It was just such a desperate situation. Like, there was more girls coming trying to dance in the pile, you know, make it seem like, hey, this is our money, this is our ring, so I'm just gonna scoot my little self over here and try to make it seem, you know, there was fights starting. This is our money, right? So the song that he performed was called "Blood on the Money," right? And he looked the song up. Whatever rapper sings "Blood on the Money," that's the rapper that was there. And I went up in the VIP where they were, because it was like some rappers and some producers, and I was like, you know, all of these people in here are just crazy. Like, this is a crazy club. So, but I gotta try to get this money. So I went and I started talking to one of the dudes, and he seemed like he might have been a higher up, you know what I'm saying, because he was a white dude, and he had that Jewish thing going on, because, you know, the Jewish people are the ones who really own the record companies, you know what I'm saying. All the little rappers and stuff, they're like the little hoes, and the producers and all that are like the pimps that's pimping them out. Okay, down at the bottom there might be that's why rapping and all that's why it's so negative, because the higher ups are trying to make negativity cool to you. Okay, so if the higher up has a message, I want all these people to kill each other, okay, he's gonna get his little rapper to say, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you, I'll shoot you, you know what I'm saying, to make it sound cool to shoot somebody. You see what I'm saying? If I want all these little people, if I want a certain kind of people to get on drugs, I'm gonna get my little rapper, my little puppet to say, yeah, smoke them beans, and it's just so simple. It's like 1 + 1, okay, and it's like monkey see, monkey do. and it's so easy for them, and it's just really sad. It's sad. Like, you listen to Juicy J, and he talks about, I'm be smoking crack, I make it cool, I'm so high, I can't see you. Well, and you be like, I'm gonna smoke some crack too, I'm gonna do some lean too, I'm gonna do some liquid THC too. It's like, I'm gonna bounce from girl to girl until I'm in that clinic, blah blah blah. I don't know how many kids I got, I don't care, I got herpes, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It's just crap. It's crap to a beat. All right. So anyway, I walked up to this Jew. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. I'm serious, because you know, it's just really sad. Okay, you could tell which race is really affected by this music. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to love and family and all, it's just all broken up. It's all broken up. We're killing each other. We hate each other the most. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we see each other, we like, who that big thing? Look at that. Blah, 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 blah. Love and hip hop. Blah, 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 blah. It's just crap. It's monkey see, monkey do. And it's just really sad. And it's a sin to watch it or listen to it. And that's the reason why. Because your soul is not strong. Your character, your spirit's not strong enough to handle it. So you go out in the world and you think that this is the way you're supposed to behave, and you end up killing yourself. Okay? So, anyway. You end up hating yourself and hating others, and you end up hating God, because people are made in the image of God. So really, you on the way to hell with that behavior. So anyway, I walked up to the Jewish dude, and I started to talk to him, and he was just like really weird, just like the rest of them. Like, every time I said something, he looked at me like this. Really slow, right? He didn't say nothing back. He just listened. Yeah, and he had on this big giant chain, you know. And sometimes you need to be careful about how you talk, because the person that listens to you is really just a demon. And the more you say to them, the more they can say, look, God, look how this human is talking to me. She's over here talking about how she wants to give me a lap dance and she thinks I'm so great. Like, but you love her. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this is gonna be played before you on Judgment Day. So demons are recording you. You know what I'm saying? When you're fornicating and somebody's like, let me get the camera, they're recording you. Okay, because they want to show you yourself on Judgment Day. So this demon would just listen to me ramble on my game, right? And then all of a sudden, all of the rappers and everybody else performing that song, they started saying, blood on the money, blood on the money, there's blood on the money. So he went from listening to me to doing this. He was like, blood on the money, there's blood on the money, blood on the money. And I was like, oh, so weird, right? Because he was like, there's blood on the money, you know what I mean? And I'm like, he's just, I don't know if he was, I don't know. It was a demon. That's all I can say. Okay, that was like one of those two moments were the weirdest moments in there. You know, I just know it was a demon because this Jewish dude, he had on this heavy chain. And you know, when you see that in a club and you're a dancer, you think, oh, money. You know what I'm saying? But when I see them heavy chains, y'all know what I think about them heavy chains, because I'm the most demonic encounters that I've had are with people that had on them heavy chains and all that jewelry. So, you know, that club is just really weird. And if you don't believe me, you know, go see for yourself. Go see for yourself. Okay, there was one dude that was standing outside. I thought he was a homeless dude because he looked homeless, you know what I'm saying? And when I was leaving the club, he was like, he just looked at me like this, and he was like, what you looking for, girl? What you looking for? You don't even know what you're looking for. You don't even know. And I'm just like, what is he talking about? And he was like, I'm making you mine. Making you mine. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I never felt so, I'm just so glad that God saved me from that, because I was just so scared, y'all. I was freaking terrified, because it's just terrifying, okay? When you're in their grasp like that, and they can just mess with you and say whatever to you, and you're by yourself, you know, you're like, you're like a piece of raw meat, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna kill you. That's pretty much what they're gonna do. I've seen so many strippers die, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a breeding ground for death from overdoses, dying on stage, from getting involved. There's a lot of getting involved with the wrong guy in there. There's a lot of that because the devil knows that a lot of dancers are looking for love. They start to feel like I don't want to be in here doing this. I want to get married and have some kids and blah blah blah. Like, you start to feel like that, but it's kind of confusing because you see married men come in there, so you go from feeling like that one day to feeling like I don't ever want to get married. It's just a confusing environment. There's so much confusion. Like everything that the devil is, that environment is. Okay, and if you are in there, I'm begging you to please start to look for a way out. Okay, when I was in Atlanta, there was these women that came in the club. They were sunshine girls. They were kind of like them. It wasn't the same name, but they were kind of like sunshine ladies because they came in the club. They had gift baskets and they were like giving them to the girls, and they were like, hey you guys, we got some gift baskets for you. Okay, they go into the strip clubs and they give you those gift baskets to see if you're a soul. It's like it's God fishing for you. That's his hand reaching out for you. Okay, don't think those are some crazy ladies coming in here giving us gift baskets. We don't want these gift baskets. I want to keep dancing, get my money so I can get me some Chanel that's gonna run out real quick. And you sold your soul and did whatever for some Chanel. You know what I'm saying? Get the gift basket. All right, because that is God reaching for you. That is his hand. Okay, so speaking of getting involved with the wrong guy, all right, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I gotta go now, but I'm gonna try to tell y'all later what happened when this girl from Colombia came to Atlanta and picked me up and just took me for another ride in this environment, and how I was like, enough, I'm going to God. Well, y'all seen that part, but I'm trying to just tell y'all how I got where I am now so that I can continue on with everything that's happening now. Okay, so that's all I have to say for now, babies. I gotta go. Love y'all. Bye.